When you know it, it's new comic book day again. It's like every week. It's crazy. Got lots of things here, so let's jump in. But remember to keep an eye on the schedules. There are some holiday hours and such coming up, so pay attention to post. Aquaman, part of DC's KO crossover. 2 covers there. Maria Lovett's Artificial hits the shelf for the first time. Avatar The Last Airbender, Team Avatar Treasury. This collects 3 individual stories in the sort of omnibusy format. New Avengers. Batman, the previous series, which is still not finished, as we finish up Hush 2, presumably because Jim is not as fast or has too many things to do these days. That would be Jim Lee, by the way, and 2 covers there. And then Batman number 3 from the current series, which takes place after Hush 2, but it's fine. It's all fine. And, there's another Jim Lee cover. Just crazy. Just crazy. That was actually supposed to be last week, but I was missing the Jim Lee cover, so. Absolute Batman number 12, that's a second print. Batman Dark Patterns and a lot of glare, that's the last issue of that series. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice. And 2 covers there. Little Batman, that collects the recent miniseries. Also has a new Merry Little Batman story included. Batman and Robin. Batman Static Beyond. This is a team up in the future, like the Batman Beyond future, and Static as a totally grown-up person, and craziness happens. But it could be fun. Battle Beast Volume 1. This collects, I think, 6 issues of that recent series. Blue Falcon and Dynamite. Dino Mutt. Jeez. It's like Googling and it guessing what you're typing. Eddie Brock Carnage. Conan the Barbarian. Court Children of the Round Table. Critical Role Vox Machina Origins Volume 4. That collects all of those parts together. Dick Tracy. Doctor Doom Epic Collection. This is fun. It's a ton of old Doctor Doom stuff. We're talking like Fantastic Four and 60s stuff. Doctor Who, the official coloring book. Dreadstar Omnibus Volume 1. That's a new set of collections for Dreadstar. Event Horizon Dark Descent. Fantastic Four. And there's that glare again. It's constant. It's fine. Flash Gordon Quarterly. Gargoyles Fantastic Four. And 2 covers there. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. I gotta get caught up on that. Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone. Green Lantern Corps Volume 1. This collects the beginning of the current series. And then Green Lantern Corps number 10. Marvel Black, White, and Blood and Guts. Turtles of Grayskull. That's, of course, Masters of the Universe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That collects that series together. Mermicorno Starfall. That's 5-minute stories. I like those, 5-minute storybooks. They're just fun and sort of gifty and still not very expensive. So, and then an omnibus for Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. I think that's 3 volumes stuck together. Mr. Terrific Year 1. I think that's the end of that miniseries. Money Shot in Vault's new compact line. I'm not going to tell you much about this because it's not sealed. It should be sealed for your protection, but Peacemaker Presents Vigilante and Eagly. That collects the recent miniseries. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, A Sea of Monsters graphic novel. Peter Cannon Thunderbolt gets a new series from Dynamite. Poison Ivy Annual. That's a lovely cover. and 2 covers there. Power Fantasy. Predator Badlands presumably connects to the... Is it a movie or is it a series? I can't remember. On Hulu. Red Coat. And there's 2 covers there. Red Hulk. Part of One World Under Doom. Which I believe is basically over, but I could be mistaken. There's still Fallout, though. Sesame Street, What Hat Is That? Starring Grover. That's a board book, because why not? That's adorable. 1776, this reminds me of Marvel 1602. We'll see how it reads. Bunch of covers. I think that's it. And then Spawn. Spider-Girl. Spider-Man 94, of course, this connects to the cartoon TV show. Spider-Man Noir. Amazing Spider-Man Torn continues. Spider-Man Wolverine. Star Trek Lower Decks. Star Wars. Oops. And 2 covers there. Star Wars Han Solo, Hunt for the Falcon. Strange Tales. Strange Tales is actually sort of starring Scarlet Witch and Nico from Runaways. But it's like generally magic stuff. And it might impact what's coming next in the Scarlet Witch's life. Supergirl. Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum, and 2 covers there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Godzilla. Everybody's just crossing over with everybody else these days. But this should be fun. Thundercats Panthro. We seem to be doing one-shots of the Thundercats. Transformers Volume 4. This collects recent issues of that series leading up to the big change. Issue 25 was the big change, and these are second printings for issue 25, and just a handful of different covers. They're all special orders. And then Transformers 26, and 2 covers, and 3 covers. Uncle Scrooge. Flintheart Glumgold's Sinister Secret continues. There is also Uncle Scrooge, like legacy Disney stuff coming, where they're going to continue the older Disney series. I can't remember. It's I guess it's Fantagraphics producing it, but probably by way of Disney in Europe. I'm going to assume when I see it, I'll figure it out. Venom. Wings of Fire, the graphic novel, Legends Darkstalker, Ultimate Wolverine, and 2 covers there. Tales from the Age of Apocalypse. This is actually pretty cool. It collects the first issue of 4 of the X-Men series from the Age of Apocalypse stuff from like 25 or 30 years ago now. They were a bunch of fun. Age of Revelation is sort of in the same vein. Rogue Storm. And 2 covers. It's a lovely cover. Villalobos, Iron and Frost. And Sinister 6. All together because of the Age of Revelation. And then Rob Liefeld's Youngblood. So it's a new Youngblood series. Drawn and written by Rob Liefeld. The first issue comes polybagged with a trading card inside, like X-Force #1 was. And that is everything. If you see something you like, let me know. Sooner the better. I'll try and get it for you. Subscribers, let's get some of you caught up. Some of you are doing great, and I appreciate it. Some of you got a little work to do. So, I think that's everything. Again, we're getting close to Thanksgiving and Black Friday weekend, and whatever holidays you celebrate through December and beginning of January. Again, check the schedule. Look for not events like parties, but there's at least a weekend's worth of sale after Thanksgiving. So keep that in mind when you're planning a little bit. And thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.